Yes. Got everything I need, yes.
So, there are a lot of videos, but some of them don't capture the incident. They're just like backup officers, so they don't have, you see?
All right, when did this start?
It's just started. What do you mean, when did it start? This is 13 seconds, 14 seconds in.
How come there's no,
Audio comes on at 1 minute.
1 minute to what?
It's the way that their computer system operates.
Yes.
It only comes on after a minute. It basically backtracks a minute from when they press the button to start recording. So audio doesn't usually come on until about a minute in.
My backlight was out. Now, he said I was speeding.
Oh, fuck! Yeah. Driveway, 57, break. Stop! Please! Please, stop! What's your problem? Turn around. Get on your boat. You got radio. Sam 2. Just want to negotiate the control. Go get the address like that. Hi there, Seattle Police. Officer Meyer here.
All right, can you pull up the report, please?
Starts here. So this is the detective's case investigation report. Get into it. And it started his investigation. So I got assigned it January 6th.
Why is he saying he pulled me over?
In the officer's report, they'll let you review. This is the detective's report. So you can read it verbatim. anything. So they said the vehicle was traveling at a high rate of speed. They could hear the vehicle engine revving. They tried to accelerate to catch up to the vehicle.
All right, what I'm getting at is, why did they pull me over? Why did they want to pull me over? What was the reasoning behind all that?
So I don't know the details, but we can try and use that as a basis to stop. The issue is they certainly had a basis when you pulled away from them. So once they did initiate a stop, even if they were not justified in that, the minute you sped away, they had a justification.
Okay, I understand that part. What is it? There has to be an initial cause as to why they pulled me over. What was the reasoning behind that?
I agree with you, and I don't know the exact reason. They said that they tried to conduct a traffic stop.
They did what?
They tried to conduct. Look, you just read it for yourself, so you don't have to check mine.
You okay?
Yeah, I just don't want you to. I don't want to summarize and have you not trust my summarization.
How come the video doesn't show that they encountered me the first time and then turned around and lost sight of me? That doesn't make any sense.
So the video only turns on when they press the button. So
how convenient.
And it only starts recording a minute before. I agree with you. In the video, it doesn't make it clear why. But I think that they had potentially been already on the hunt for you. Like, if you watch that video, it doesn't make sense why they pulled you over when they did, right? But
Yeah.
once you left, yes. What happened before, we don't have a recording of.
I didn't yell at him. Why is he lying?
Well, we have the audio, so. I mean,
Did you go through the audio?
yeah.
Did you at any point hear me hollering or yelling at him?
No, it was more just like you're saying, I think at one point.
I mean, would you take what I said to the officer as if I was raising my voice?
Not really.
Would you take it as if I was angry with him? Because I don't remember any of those events of what he said. Because if I remember correctly from what the other, what's his name, Smith? Tommy Smith, Mr. Smith. He said, from what the report, Can I get a copy of this?
We would have to set it for trial or not, so here's the way it works. I can only provide copies of discovery to clients with the prosecutor's approval. So I have to redact all witness names and contact information, and then the prosecutor approves it. Well, the prosecutor doesn't like to take the time of approving redacted discovery unless the case is set for trial, which means that we would have to, for real, set for trial, which we have trial dates, but we'd have to forego case setting so that he can get a copy of the discovery.
All right, now he said why is he saying I'm yelling at him?
Do you want to listen to more of the audio?
Yeah, let's listen to all the audio if we can from the time that the officer, from where we picked up at, all the way through.
I don't know, it's 37 minutes, so we'll see. Not all of it is, there's a lot of dead time too.
All right, because he's saying, Mr. Smith said that the officer said that I tailed another person. I sped up and I tailed another person. I'm not reading that in this report now.
So, we'll listen while we go through.
He said I tailed somebody or I tailgated somebody while speeding, and I was speeding.
So, here's what we said. I observed him continuing to drive recklessly down the street, speeding and tailgating the vehicle in front of him. At the time, the conditions were wet and traffic was moving.
I didn't see that at all. I know I didn't speed. I sped to get up.
But again, the problem with the in-car video is that they're going to say, because I agree with your assessment from the time that it started to the time that they pulled you over. I didn't really see much.
Yes.
But then once you take off, then they have a basis, right? I don't know, they're gonna say, well, before we press the record button, there's stuff that you wouldn't see, and that's why we were targeting that vehicle.
No, that's fine. I understand what you're saying. And all I want to hear now is that any time when he'd said that I was yelling angrily at him. Hold on.
No, I'm good. But that's where we're going when we're done with him.
Do you want to watch the video or read the report while we listen?
I'll listen.
Or, sorry. I'll just keep it in the corner.
Thank you.
Spread your feet up for me. I'm going to check across the ground area for weapons.
Can you scroll down a little bit, please?
Mm-hmm.
No, we're good, thank you.
Listen to this for me real quick, will you? We pulled up behind him and he immediately pulled to the right of the road, slamming his brakes and nearly causing us to rear-end his vehicle. He then took off and continued southbound on Rainer Avenue South. You and I both saw the video.
Mm-hmm.
They were nowhere near rear-ending me. I mean,
they were close, but I don't know that I would say that you...
Now, this is what I'm not getting. And I don't see this at all on the video. We pulled up behind him, and he immediately pulled to the right of the road.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do when someone pulls up behind you and the lights are flashing?
Yeah, you pull over.
Okay, that's what the video shows. Slamming on his brakes. Now, if I'd have slammed on my brakes, that video did not show the rear end of my vehicle lurching all the way up and the front end coming down. You'd be able to notice that. Causing us to nearly causing us to rear end his rear vehicle. That entire statement right there is a lie, according to the video.
He got close, but I don't know that it's necessarily your fault. I think
The way he's wording it, is as if it's my fault.
Yeah.
And he's making it sound as if.
Right.
I mean, what else do I do if there's a cop behind me flashing his lights? Do I pull over? And if I do pull over,
No,
whose fault?
He's exaggerating.
Whose fault is it that that officer is that damn close to me?
Right.
Calm down. Broken ankle. No, that's not broken. Sit down. Take a deep breath. Let your adrenaline fill. We're here.
Yeah, we're good now. Nothing immediate area. I just felt really good apart. I took a hot coffee in the center console. I left in the glove in the center console. Nothing really.
Hurry up. I forget which street.
You need it more than me, dude. Just go straight out. You need it more than me, man.
I'm still not feeling anything yet, so that can wait.
Alright,
We saw someone driving around and he left the airline was out. We got caught up with him at Renton and Bangor. No. Renton and 51.
Yeah.
Link him up with the dude. He needs to get checked out first. I tackled him. He'll take care of him.
Stop walking. I'll go.
We lit him up right after we started going. Stopped down Renton. Slammed to a stop real quick on Renton. They took off. We followed him. And we were just about to shut down when we pulled onto this street. When he mounted this curb, came up here, as you can see on the tire tracks, hit that rock and came to a stop. I stopped right there. Was that? Thank you.
Oh, well, I think I got it easier for you guys.
Stopped running. I followed him. Identified myself, followed him on foot through this yard. And you can see the gas.
Get so far going to this car.
There was, I don't know if you saw it.
Can I let me grab a piece of paper behind you. Can I see that papers?
We haven't looked, no. I wrenched my shoulder and he twisted his ankle, so we're going to go to get checked out.
Yeah, I took one step here, went through here, and I rolled pretty good right here. And
You trying to take a look at
no,
him?
you should look at you.
Okay, cool. So I tackled you right there, and I felt like a I felt my shoulder grind when I hit him. And now I'm like my shoulder really come up like this.
Came through here, spun out, and we went over this rock. Got out of the car, looked back at us.
It happens, I understand.
He laid there and just, complied for the most part.
Yeah, that's why I called you guys. I've got
I've never complained of pain that I heard of.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for coming out, guys.
He refused aid.
Yeah,
and someone's working on the uniform for this one. Didn't try to contact homeowners, no one answered. I got his IDs up on the hood of the car.
I'm gonna go look for anything that he may have shucked.
Yeah.
You wanna?
Hey, go up there right there, those IDs, go ahead and attach them. Yeah, I ate shit right here, he's really
Yeah.
I have shit hurt really bad. Yeah, boneless.
You know, when I was a kid, I got hit by a semi.
What?
A semi. I was on a bike.
Oh,
Well, it's not that big of a deal. Stuff happens.
did you get injured? Like with,
Well, that's just it. I got hit by the semi and it was doing at least 30. And I thought everything was my fault because I actually went across the street when I wasn't supposed to. So I jumped up and I ran. There was nothing wrong with me. These guys are acting like,
yeah, I mean, probably didn't have to work or something.
Okay. Well, we'll take it. We'll check it out.
their job is important. I understand that.
Got it. Just chill with him. Just tell us just if he dropped something. Well, he. Oh, shit. Yep. Here we go. Nothing there. Does it? Okay.
Good thing I did legs today.
Okay. Okay, policía, voy a estar grabando con video.
No.
Obviamente, okay?
We pulled onto the street, and I was just reaching down to turn it off, and he mounted the curb right there, and it crashed into the rock. And I was like, oh, Jesus, I just left the lights on and pulled up behind him, and that's when... And when he hopped out, I saw him, and I got out and chased him. I never lost visual on him. No, I didn't see him.
Lo agarró y se fueron sobre el fence.
We're processing him from 450.
Claro que sí. Claro que sí, sí, de nada. Usted es nomás, vamos a esperar un poquito, pero cuando vamos a hablar con usted vamos a tocar su cuenta, ¿ok? Muchas gracias. Ahorita regreso. Sí, de nada.
Who's that his Juarez talking to?
I don't know.
Yo.
They have like dispatch on the phone, and then sometimes they have to
Translate.
Yeah.
Can I get a translation of what he was saying?
I don't know that that's gonna get complicated.
That's fine. I like complication.
No, I mean, I don't, because we have transcriptionists. But they're not interpreters, so they can't interpret the transcription.
That's fine. All courthouses have interpreters, legal interpreters.
Yeah, but they don't do like video unless it's in court being played. So I suppose I could have. I don't think it's regarding your case. I think he's calling, speaking to dispatch, because like, a lot of these guys are not going to speak Spanish, so I don't think he's talking to them. I think he's probably translating something not relevant to your case.
I'd like for a judge to.
The judge would not decide that.
Who would?
I can have someone from my office who speaks Spanish, see if they can listen to it and give it a suggestion of what they say. Would that satisfy you?
I think we're from a traffic stop after we've already turned on our lights. It's eluding, right? Okay, so eluding, DUI, obstruction. I can't think of it. Yeah, we'll probably go for it. Yeah, no. Recommend.
What is it, the weekend?
They're there anytime. It's Saturday, so I would imagine.
Perfect. There we go, dude. You read my mind.
Another EIS entry?
I don't know.
Yeah, could you respond to our location to process the 450?
As long as what he was saying had nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know. If it does, I want to hear the entire conversation of the time that he started to the time they ended.
Spanish regarding your case. Usually what happens is there's so few of them that speak Spanish that they might have to call him in to get him to use his language service.
I was like, no one in the car. 300 feet from you, I was going to pull up and just...
Oh, that was you pulling in?
The breeze, man. Oh my God. So we're sitting there celebrating the Tides victory. I know what's coming now. Dude, they won, dude.
They had a 56 seconds left in the game. Tom Brady was 1 foot from the goal line.
Yeah.
He was like standing in his own end zone, and he threw it, and they pick-sixed it 5 yards in.
Perfect. I know, man. Now,
Pass her out, yeah. Renton at 51. He was coming off, what was that, Banger? Roxbury. He shot up one of the side streets.
Yeah. Good.
Got up to Roxbury, went right, got up, went in, and then went northbound on Renton. We turned on the lights right after we got on film on Renton. He pulled over, like, slammed to a stop, like I almost rear-ended him. He stopped so abruptly, and then he took off right down the street. I was about to turn off my lights when he got here and high-centered himself, so, yeah.
Yeah. Tim ran out this way.
Down this side house, yeah.
Took the fence down, right?
Yes, the fence
This
is gone.
little moose did, right? So this is
They
what
got
happened.
stuck on the fence.
Yeah.
He was like this on the top of the fence, and I was like, I know how this is going.
All I hear is, "Pow." I'm like, oh, and you got it.
Yeah.
And then I didn't see, why is that driveway like that?
Is that what you hired yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
ran,
twisted his ankle.
I took one step, I'm like, oh, wow. I was like, oh, it's fun. I was more upset that you were able to get to him.
Yeah. And like blew out his ankle, right?
Oh,
Oh, no,
we're
I
still,
haven't heard
he's
of
working
that.
on it. Yeah, I'm inventory, he's gonna get towed. Tom.
Yeah.
Where are you? It's Paulito.
Let's give him over to Otter there.
No, Otter's coming out.
Yeah, 76.
Off or how about the
She's not even asleep yet. She's not even asleep yet. I'm wondering if I'll tell her now
Are you
or
going to HMC?
later, yeah.
We'll take him back to the house and then take you over to HMC.
I think we're good at this point.
Just get Paul to just go through that car. I can go do where I can't find him. I'll just come on. Oh, not bad. Yeah. Yeah, fair. Yep. Look around somebody's house. You're Paul, man. Hey, are those your good pants or your bad pants?
No, these are my bad pants.
Oh, they were good.
Although I think they're my running pants now.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if when I hit him and then we hit the ground and my shoulder popped out and went back in real quick. It is feeling really weird right now.
Yeah, dude, so I went like this. Oh,
you went over that?
I went like this. I stopped, I went, whoop. I'm like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah, I just went straight up like this, just from my angle I could see it.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
I felt
right
it,
here
man.
when
I'm not too happy about that.
I was right here when he mounted the fence and he didn't quite make it over.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't let him get over because I'm not making it over that fence. And I didn't even see those rocks, so I'm glad that dude, I went full like NFL tackle. I can play for the Titans. Because I didn't even know those rocks were there and I didn't touch them.
Do you have business cards?
Why is it when guys get together, they always,
Family right here.
Yeah, we need to give them one first. So that they can get
when guys get together, they don't act civilized.
For this call and then,
I've never talked like that around, even my brothers.
So when this finishes in the next, I have to leave in 20 minutes, just so you know.
All right, I do want to hear this thing entirety all the way through. So, can you hit pause, please?
Well, why don't we keep listening so that we get through it all?
Oh, we can get through it all today?
I'm just saying, like, I have to leave as soon as this is over.
Oh, okay.
Nomás, el dueño de la casa nomás avísale, pues, que sí, con ese caso ahí va a decir que nuestros nombres y va a tener el número de reporte y nomás avísalo que pues alguien estaba corriendo a la policía y que nosotros los perseguimos hasta aquí. Oh, okay, sí. Aquí está la casa, aquí es el número del caso y es mi compañero aquí y mi nombre. ¿Ok? Sí, muchas gracias y que no los regañes después.
Oh, he's speaking to a neighbor then.
Que le vayan bien. Okay.
Well, Haro means car, so he is speaking about the vehicle.
So
He
probably
he
speaking to a neighbor then.
he said that earlier in the previous.
But he's probably speaking to a neighbor, I guess.
No, I understand that.
We can kick out the feet a little bit.
There we go.
That's good. Voy a salir por aquí.
caught up on my shoulder, and I was like, dude, that's just tough playing the game. Don't worry about it. No, no. I got injured because I'm a cop, and that's what happens.
I wasn't worried about getting injured. I wasn't worried about being charged for
But yeah, so he may
assaulting
express
or
that to
injuring
you.
an officer.
Yeah.
Why would I be worried about that?
You think I look bad? You go, what, you're 1 day away.
He said, you've got 36 hours, man. I said, okay. I'll take that.
I'll take that challenge.
I'll take that challenge.
Oh, dude. We crossed it up.
Yeah, I didn't bring my my carpenter tools. That's in my other go bag. Yeah, we came down those folks. I don't know what he was driving aggressively and erratically and whatnot, and I was just like, I don't know. And he was stopped with his left tail light, and then he took off on us. Eli, this
So we're
one
not
is
gonna
this
be able
house
to
right here or
change
the
the
next one?
basis for the stop at this point, right?
Eli, did you get their information, or did we just give them a business?
Negative, we just got a business card.
Get their info. They're Spanish. We need Flores, not Vega. Yeah. We just gave them a business card so they can get their fence paid for.
So that's what the Spanish was,
I don't
giving
see any
them
reason
the
why we
police
would.
report number so they can
Is there
get
anything
the
in there
fence.
that?
No, I just, so far what I've got, dude, is just the center console and the glove compartment, that's it. And I didn't find anything in there that was of evidence of.
No, man, I think he's just drunk. I think it's just 450 and he didn't want to get picked up on it.
Okay.
And we got all the evidence we need for all of his cases, so. Should we get a second number for the 450?
What are they charging me with?
Can't charge
Overload and
both
misdemeanor
for felony
DUI.
and for misdemeanor? Talk to auditor, see what he, as the expert. Oh.
Elude what? 1, 2, 3.
There's it's just one charge,
I
there's
don't know if
no
we're
degree.
training actually now. Yeah, you can have it. Although, I don't know, if your ankle has to feel bad.
A&E, that's what that means.
Señora, permítame otra vez, necesito su información porque.
He popped through the window, like when I took him down, I looked up. Ask her if she actually saw it.
Ustedes vio el oficial agarrando la persona, ustedes vieron todo. Oh, okay, no, they just came out when they just saw.
I'd like to get a copy of this as well for myself.
I can't
And a
check
transcript.
that.
That's not my right to have a copy of the evidence against me? Why not?
The court rule,
What ruling is that?
the court ruling,
Señora, pues, ya, no quiero, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, puede pasar, pero yo me acuerdo, yo no he expresado algo así, aquí en esta área, no. Pero no podemos decir que puede pasar. No, nomás es porque ustedes, sí, vieron lo que pasó. Su número de teléfono, por favor, señora. 398 25.
Legally parked? Yeah? Yeah, why are we towing it for private property? Yeah. Implied consent, right?
These guys are stupid. Really stupid.
Señor, su número de teléfono, por favor. 206 487 85 02. Muchas gracias. Sí le dimos una casa, ¿correcto? Ok. Yo creo que es todo. ¿No tiene cámaras ahí atrás? ¿Usted sabe? Ok. Right? Ok, vamos a chequear. Okay. Pero muchas gracias. Es todo lo que necesitamos. Okay. Igualmente, no cameras. Boss, I just asked them if they have any point in the back. No, Milton was. Milton and Tim was. No, it was fine.
So in no way, shape, or form can the judge or the prosecutor allow me to have a copy of the video myself.
Correct.
You're saying they won't give it to me.
Correct.
And the reasoning behind that is?
They say it has to remain in the exclusive of my custody unless they can redact a copy and give it to you. I don't control the rules.
Well, that's fine.
It'd be a lot easier if I could just give it to you. I'll tell you that.
Let's redact whatever we need to be so I can
You
watch
can't
the video.
redact the video, that's the problem. I've never been able to give video to a client.
Okay, well, we're gonna get back to the precinct and then we'll go from there, okay? I'm sorry. For policy, I'm gonna have to take a few pictures of you, but I'll be easier. That way we'll have to get out. Good? Alright. Let's go transport. Tim, I'm good. Okay. No, your ankle's messed up. You're damn fine. Okay. Alright. Good? Thank you very much.
Yeah, I know. It has nothing, dude, it has nothing to do with you. Don't worry. It has nothing to do with you, okay? Don't worry about it.
So is there gonna be anything else besides watching the end of this video?
No, I wanted to see the officer saying I was hollering angrily at them, yelling. That's the part I wanted to see.
Yeah, I don't think there is any.
Well, if he says I'm hollering and screaming at me.
From a different angle. No, I don't think there is. I don't think that happened.
Well, I know it didn't happen. But
Right,
if they're
so-
saying I did it, I want some evidence and proof other than their word.
So this is the back seat of the patrol car.
Here, you can see on the tire
Yes,
strap.
my name is
So this is
That
the
rock
same
you stopped
vehicle.
Orlando.
I stopped right next to the told you.
Here, Orlando. Are you hurting anywhere?
He hopped out of the vehicle, took off running. I
Have you headed off?
No.
You're not hurt? You don't want any medical attention?
No.
Okay.
So you
Identified
can see that you don't argue. You don't yell at them.
through this yard.
There's no point. You're stupid of me to do that.
Well, you close the door on that side. If he's got enough to close the door.
There was, I don't know if you saw it, but she popped the window in that second house. Yeah.
So this is like the same video,
So,
right?
yeah, very.
So where are they saying that I was hollering and screaming at them at?
I don't think it exists. I don't think that you
Oh,
were.
yeah, I know.
So I don't think
That's why
that's
I
the
always
case.
try to be in front.
There's no other video other than this? What about when I went to the jail?
This is them transporting you. See, this is the same vehicle. See, they're now transporting you. This is the same vehicle.
So where is he saying I was hollering and screaming at him at?
It's not, I don't think you did. You and I are in agreement. I don't
No,
think
I know, I understand that, but according to the report, he said I was hollering and screaming at
I
him.
don't
But
know that
where?
that can be- Yeah.
Please give me a second. Where at during this entire time, from the time that he turned the lights on to the time that I ended up seeing the judge, did me and him interact? There's no video of it, is what you're saying?
I mean, this is the video, these are the officers who had the most contact with you, that transported you, that made the arrest. This is the crucial videos that we have.
Yeah, it's the entire time. I work out with the shoe piece. No! Why? Why? Don't give me that
Maybe that's when I was hollering and screaming at him angrily.
We got a call back from our complaint. That's fine. Last night, the suspect back. You want us to put them in your box? Okay. You don't notice how much you're lower. Oh, yeah. Stretches when you run. Wow. Yeah. My whole lower quadrant.
How many more minutes left?
8.
Where does the video end at? Did you were you able to see it all the way through?
It's usually just like at the precinct when they get you to the precinct with the processing garage.
That's it?
Yeah.
How much time were they giving me on this?
A year and a day to 14 months, I believe.
No, it's not over a year.
For a year. So here's your criminal history. This counts as a point. This counts as a point.
How
This
far
counts
back can you
as-
guys go?
What do you mean?
How far back on the felony cases can you guys go to use?
If you do, it depends. If it's a class C, if it's class B. So if it's a class C felony, if you spend 5 years in the community with no convictions, it washes, doesn't count. Class B, if you spend 10 years in the community, no convictions, it washes. The problem is that we don't have that 5-year period because 2000, right? There's something, and you get sentenced to 14 months in prison. So by the time
When?
you get released, in 2000 you get sentenced to 14 months in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then in 2006, there were new convictions, 2007, 2011, 2016. So,
2011 to 16. Seems like that washes to me.
what's that?
2011 to 2016 is a 5-year dead period.
Yeah, but when did this occur, right? So 2016 to 2020 is less than 5 years, right?
No,
January 4th,
2011.
January 4th, 2020,
2011
right?
to 2016.
Oh, okay, let me see.
Mail from the previous call is returned. That is banging on the windows again. Looks like mail.
I'm over here like we can do. I'm putting out information and I'm like,
Might
break.
be able to-
Like,
So assault 3 is a class C. Rape of a child, unfortunately, probably. I don't think that.
The other officer was saying that they can't give me anything over a year and a day in prison,
What is
according
a
to my
class
points.
C? That might wash. Do you recall not having any convictions from 2011 to 2016?
I know from what I remember, I've been clean for a long time. No interaction with the law or anything. Maybe driving while license suspended. Maybe. So they can't give me a year and a day. I don't see that happening.
No, if it's DWS, it still counts, unfortunately. That's the bitch of it. But I don't see.
I don't have a
anything
DWI.
DWS, driving while license suspended. DWS.
DWS, okay.
Yeah, you heard that siren, right?
yeah.
You said you were under control a while ago.
That would be really great if we could get all these to wash.
The other attorney was saying they can't give me a prison time.
That would be awesome if we can get these to wash. Because I gotta check on the reckless driving.
Man, you hurt my feelings, dude.
The problem is it's July 2011. Fuck, it's March 2016, so you don't have it. Oh. You don't have the wash. That's right. So the problem is that you see what I'm saying? So you got July 26, 2011 is when this occurred, and then this occurred March 25th, which is not quite 5 years. That's the issue.
What are the what RCW can I look up that tells about the using of points and the washing of points?
It would be. Let me just finish that. So RCW 9.94A 525.
9.9 what?
94A dot 525.
Dot 525?
Mm-hmm.
9.4A. Correct? 9.4A?
9.94A
9.94A.
dot
Point.
525.
And this is meaning the washing of points, or what is it called?
Say again, the washing of
The
points?
meaning of this?
That's the offender score statute, so you can read through that if you want.
Okay. Can you get me a copy of my criminal record?
Yeah, I think I can give that to you. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Do you want the summary of the state's evidence too? Or do you already have that? Do you already have the cert?
The what?
Do you already have the cert, summary of the state's evidence?
No, I don't have anything. Apparently I can't get anything.
I can give you the state summary. I'll give you, I'm gonna print it out now.
Oh, I'd like to have the whole thing.
I can't remember, I showed you the report rule.
Well, no, if you can redact whatever it is you want to, as far as
So the prosecutor will only approve the redactions if we go to trial, so it's really annoying.
McCall,
Yeah.
you do seem a little frustrated. I understand.
No,
You got a lot on your plate. What
Yeah.
I'm asking for is a copy of the written police report from the officer. You want to redact his name and where they live and all that stuff, that's fine.
So remember, it's not me, so we have to redact it to get the prosecutor to approve it. And
Then-
the prosecutor will only approve it if we're set for trial and we are not in the negotiation phase.
So the prosecutor will only do that if we're set for trial
And not
Can't-
in the negotiation.
and not negotiating phase. Can they do that?
Yeah, it sucks. It fucking sucks.
Well, the other guy told me that they were offering me 364 days if I pled guilty. They started the negotiating phase.
They said they would what?
Mr. Smith said that they are offering you 364 days to plead guilty. Thereby starting the negotiation phase
Yeah.
on their part. So now, because they started it, whether I say yay or nay or don't respond, they started the negotiation phase. Now I can get a copy of the redacted police report. And you can ask Mr. Smith about that.
So again, if we want to move on from negotiation and go to the trial phase, I can get you redacted discovery. Are you saying you would? I mean, it's a fucked up policy. It's so frustrating. It would make my life so much easier if I could just give it to you. Let me print you out that stuff because I gotta get to court.
When can I go before the judge and talk to him face to face?
Well, we have to have, what do you plan on saying? Because the problem is that the court will only hear a motion that is before the court. So if we have a motion, we can bring that to the court's attention.
I want to get a copy of the police report.
Okay.
Please.
stuff I can get you, and I will ask to set a motion or whatever, if the prosecutor will not agree to redact the stuff. All right?
And that real quick if I can,
For what?
what RCW can I look up for the denial?
Underscore.
No,
What do you
for
mean?
the denial of,
The court rule for providing discovery?
yeah.
CR, capital CR, R, 4.7. And that's not an RCW, it's a court rule.
Where do I find that at?
Just Google Washington court rule and look for that.
Now, because I know that you're having a tough time with a lot,
Yeah.
and you seem to be very overwhelmed.
Today is a rough day because I have another attorney who jumped a shit ton of work for me, not on my case, that I have to do. And so I have a tighter timeline. I'm supposed to be in court at 1, but I have to be with his client at 12:30 now.
No, I understand that. Well, what I'm saying is, it's a lot easier here in America to be a white person than it is to be a black person.
I don't
Trust
deny
me on that. So what you're going through, I would gladly trade for any day of the week.
Okay.
So try to take it in stride a little bit if you can. Not that you need advice from someone like me anyway.
Okay, good. So you go down the 3 flights of stairs that we went down, and then it'll take you exactly where we were. Okay?
All right,
If you need to,
when can-
I'll work on getting you the redacted discovery.
when can I be able to be seen by the judge? So I'd like to be there for the redaction as well.
Well, you won't be there for the redaction, that's something that happens at our office. But, I will, if there's a motion hearing, if there's a hearing to discuss, the state's objection to me providing it to you at this stage, then so be it.
What do you mean by so be it?
Then we'll have a hearing, if the state's gonna object.
All right, and another thing, can you please send me the court ruling or whatever it is saying about not, because I should have been to trial a long time ago. With Mr. Smith, I'd never, ever,
If we want to explore negotiations, that's probably why you didn't.
well, that may be, and I understand from what you're saying, but I have a right to be verbally told, do you want to forego trial and extend it out? What do you guys call that?
Oh, extended TV trial.
I never at any point in time was told that. You and I discussed it, yes, but long before you and I got together, I was never told that, and me and you should have never been together. I'd have went to trial a long time ago because I was never told, do you want to forgo a speedy trial? I never said that to anyone or agreed to that. For some reason, it was just processed and went through. Now, what ruling?
The problem is you're out of custody, so the prejudice to you is very low. A court's not going to find is not going to make a positive ruling in your favor. Because if you were in custody and you said, I want to waive my custody trial.
Here nor there, I never waived my custody trial. In order for something to happen here in the great state of the United States.
But the problem is if you want to pursue that, our office would have to withdraw if you wanted to pursue that plan of action. I just don't know that you have a leg to stand on in that regard.
So it's okay.
Let me talk to my supervisor, because if you want to pursue that, then you'll get a new attorney.
So but no, what I'm getting at is it's okay to forgo my rights without me consenting to it, even though I have rights.
I was not your attorney, so I don't know.
No, I know I am.
But if that did happen, then you would need to have a new attorney and claim ineffective assistance from our office. So that's fine. I'll talk to my supervisor about it if you want to explore that.
And
Is that something you want to explore?
I definitely want to explore that as well.
I have to go, but I'll talk to my supervisor and see if that's something we can do, okay?
Thanks.
Okay. Good to meet you.
You too. Hmm.